One of Barr's opponents in the U.S. Senate race is also speaking out against the political violence. GOP candidate Daniel Cameron made a campaign stop in Maysville this afternoon ahead of Kentucky's May 19th primary. Our Emily Sisk has more from Mason County as we count down to primary election day.
U.S. Senate Republican candidate Daniel Cameron made a stop in Maysville this afternoon as he's in the middle of a statewide meet and greet with Kentucky voters. Cameron said he's confident in his position going into the May 19th primary, and he spoke against the political violence in Washington this weekend at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Obviously, you worry about the safety of everyone that is in that room, and that's where that's where I went immediately. Is I hope everyone's okay in that room. And then, of course, you start hearing the reports that everyone in the room is safe. And so you thank the Lord for the Secret Service and how quickly they responded and reacted.
Still, the former Attorney General said he finds the repeated instances of political violence, specifically against President Donald Trump, to be, quote, disturbing. Cameron positioned himself as a supporter of law enforcement, saying he has a record of being tough on crime.
When I'm in the Senate, I'm going to fight my tail off to make sure that there's someone in Washington that is standing up for the interests of law enforcement, and we will never defund the police if I have anything to do with it.
Cameron addressed voters in Mason County after putting out his first television ad last week. The ad highlighted his identity as a husband, father, and Christian. The Republican candidate said voters have responded favorably to his message.
People seem to be responding to that message. You know, they're tired of the mudslinging, they're tired of the negative. They want somebody that is, focused on, how do we make this country the best version of itself? How do we make this Commonwealth the best version of itself? As I told the people here, this is going to be a turnout election. We know that, typically the numbers in primaries are a little bit lower. So every vote here in Mason County counts.
One issue important to Mason County voters is artificial intelligence data centers. Recent reports say that companies have approached Mason County citizens to purchase their land for the purpose of building a data center. There is concern about increased energy costs and less available farmland because of these centers. Cameron said if data centers want to make their home in Kentucky, it needs to be by the will of the community.
I was over in Hancock County here recently, and the folks there have made a decision that they want it because they have the infrastructure in place, and they fashioned an agreement with the companies such that they feel comfortable going down that road. I think as a kind of just a default position, the company has to be willing to pay for the increase in the consumption of energy. That should never be borne by neighborhoods or residents in a neighborhood. They shouldn't see their energy bills go up simply because a data center has come to town.
The Republican candidate also said he wants to disband the focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. Instead, he said he wants a country built on merit and integrity. For Kentucky Edition, I'm Emily Sisk.